What's up folks, welcome back to Garage. In this video my goal is to install this LSD progressive conversion set to my 145. There is open diff at the moment, and I hope with this set I will get LSD working in this car. I know this is not the best way to do that. This set has quite a lot of nicknames. Rear breaker or something like that, plastic lock or different kind of names, but in this car I don't have so much horsepower, so I think this conversion set or kit, this is conversion set, will hold a long time, I hope. And after the intro, I will tell you more what are the phases I'm going to through in this video. I have a list what to do. There are some phases that I wanted to write it down so I don't forget. So first I have to take the old oil out, then I have to get the diff out, and before that I have to remove discs, calipers and axles. I have to pull the axles out so then I can get the diff out. Then I have to remember to take the thumbnail for this video, and then I have to check the sims. I don't know if that's a correct way to write it, but the shim discs or sim parts that are holding the diff in place. It's very important that I put the right sim on the right side so the adjustment stays as it is. Then I will unbox the set. Then I will check the gear ratio, because I have changed those rear axles, or actually the whole rear, so many times that I'm not so sure if that rear is from 145 or 142. So I have to check the gear ratio, which I have now. Then we will do the installation. I have watched few videos from Racing Diffs, and they have the most common 3 ways to fail this installation, so I will tell you what are those points that I'm focusing on. Then we will have to put new oil in, and one of my viewers in Finnish channel noticed that in Panhard bar I forget to put the washers on the other side, so I have to fix that. And the rear arm bolt is a little bit loose in the rear. The rear arm bolt on the right side, if I remember right. So I have to tighten that also. But we have quite few things to do. But next I will put my camera on stand. have pulled the axles out on both sides. It actually is quite easy job. On this side I even left the brake shoes on. On the left side I took them off, but then I realized that it's not necessary, so I can pull the whole pack out, just missing one washer. It's still inside there, but I think I will find it quite soon. And I also removed the panhard bar, so now there's enough clearance to get the diff out, and I just have to add the washers on that panhard bar bolt on both sides, so it will be better like that. And I managed to get the oil out, and next I just start removing the diff, and I just have to be careful what is coming out, because all the parts should go the same way back in, so I just have to be careful. Now I have diff on here on the table, on my vise or in my vise. There is that pin going through the gears, and next I have to remove that. And I noticed that there is a pin that I believe goes through that bigger pin. And I have to push it out from there. You can see the pin there. And after that, I think I will get that. I think I will press it out, and I should have a replacement here in this set. But somebody has asked what the gear ratio here is in my 145, and I learned about the gear ratio just a few minutes ago, because I'm not a professional. But you can see here there's 41 and 10. So it means that there is the number of teeth here is 41, and in the rear, the gear that spins here, it has 10 teeth. So the gear ratio is 41 divided with 10, so it's 4.1. And what bigger the number is, the acceleration is better, but the top speed is lower and it consumes a lot more fuel. So when this is smaller, like 3 point something, it doesn't accelerate as fast, but it has a bigger max speed, and the fuel consumption is better. So if I have understood something wrong, please correct me, but that's the thing. And here the gear ratio is 4.1, and the rear here is in my Volvo is the small rear, which is 1030, so it's 1030 the rear, small rear, and this gear ratio and this diff fits in that rear. And next I will do unboxing, and we will see what's in the set. Now I have all the parts here ready, few stickers, which is nice, good instructions and all the parts. So what I have main plates, 2 pieces here, and then I have 2 friction plates, these like big washers, and number 3 high rated springs, yellow ones, and central pin number 4, and pin sleeve number 5 here, and the sleeve goes on this central pin like that, and a blocking tool with bolts, 2 pieces, and it's these. I will show you how I do it. I have watched few videos, and I think I'm able to do that. And the instructions here are actually quite good. And first I have to remove differential from housing transmission case, which I have done already. And then I have to take out the factory central pin. You won't be needing it anymore, but save it in case you wish to return differential to stock setup without conversion set. And the original central pin is there, and there's the safety pin here. I have already pushed it from up to down, so it has come a little bit out. So I will tap it out. Or actually, I think I will tap it just like there, so it will stay there, so it's much easier to push it back. But first I have to take it down so much that I can push that central pin out. And then I will clean all parts of conversion set with brake cleaner. And I will do that. I have a brake cleaner here ready. And then place assembled set into clamp and tight it until main plates touch each other. Release the set from clamp. So I will put the springs here, and I will use my vise and these blocking tools, and put the set on clean table and oil all surfaces with gear oil, which you will use in differential transmission. I have the oil here ready. It's a LSD friction specially for this use, and do that for all different parts as well, especially large spider gear surface which will be in contact with friction seams. So I will be use a lot of that oil, and put friction seams in their ledges. I don't know how to pronounce that, and place assembled set between large spider gears like that. Pay attention to align central channel with holes for central pin as precise as you can. Okay. Pay attention to keep friction shims in their ledges before you unblock the set. Now carefully unscrew bolts and release the set from blocking tools. Yes, I think it's quite easy in this phase at least. And then put new central pin through from one side, and from the other side put the sleeve. Pay attention to align holes for safety pin. Yes, makes sense. Don't be afraid to use clamp again or rubber hammer. Okay, tolerances are very precise, so won't come in very easy. All right, and if I have done everything right, it should look like that. And I watched a video from Racing Diffs that there is normally three things that people might do wrong when they are assembling the conversion kit. First is that someone doesn't use enough oil, assembly oil. So, for example, the central pin and this sleeve, it's very important that there's a lot of oil between these ones. And the one thing was that in some models there is a locking screw in the end of this central pin, but in this Volvo 1030 rear there's this safety pin, so I don't have to use this Loctite in this assemble as I thought, because I just have to use the safety pin. So that was one, that people are not using the Loctite in a correct way. So the screw in the end of this pin will come out and destroy the whole rear. So lubricate all the parts carefully and then lock the screw in a correct way, or use the Loctite in a correct way. And the third thing was that in some models there is a locking ring for the central pin about here, and if I put this in and hit it with a hammer, I might broke the locking ring. But in this model I have the safety pin, so this is actually, I think even I can't break this system, so I should be able to do this in a correct way, because I have taken care of all the precautions and learned from others' mistakes. So I hope I can put this together, and next I will put my camera on stand and show you how I did it. diff is about ready. I just have to tighten these in right torque. And I found this rear axle repairs and maintenance service manual from internet. I just Googled it, and this is quite handy because from here I can see that the ring gear standard bolt heads 70 to 80 Newton meters, and the bearing caps 50 to 70 Newton meters. So now I know how tight I will turn them, and the capacity of this 1030 rear is 1.3 liters, and I just have that, which is nice. So this shouldn't be too easy. So next I will take my torque wrench and tighten the bolts. The diff sits there very nice, and as you noticed, it's there's no slack because the shim blades were between the diff and the bearings, and I didn't remove the bearings, so it's went in just like it came out. So the diff is now great, but I have a big problem. Check this. The axle comes out few millimeters, and that's problem because when I pull it out, now there is some slack in the bearing, and now it moves up and down also a little bit. And now I don't know if this is caused by the diff lock. Did I did something different, or can the axle go now deeper, or why the bearing can be now that loose? I have tightened all the nuts, and I have the same problem also on the left side. And in this side it is actually worst. Now I have opened the nuts and bolts, so I can't show you, but here it moves almost 1 centimeter, and that's why it moves up and down even more. So now I just have to figure out what's wrong in this picture, but that's why I can't do the test drive, and I will appreciate your comments down below a lot if you can help me to figure out what I have done wrong. But hey, thanks for watching. please give me a thumbs up and comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, now it's a perfect time to do that. And also ring the bell. Thanks for watching. See you soon.